Hello and welcome to this lesson where we will look at how to set up Python environment on Windows 10 operating system. So for that, go to your browser and write down Python download and hit enter. Now over here we have the first option which says download Python. So we will go to this option and this is the official website. As of now, at the time of recording this video, the latest option is 3.12.3 to be downloaded, and 3.13 is also available, but it is right now in the pre-release stage. And you can also find previous download options as well over here. If you are interested in downloading any of the previous releases, you can download them from this option over here. So for now, I will go back and I will download the latest option, which is download Python 3.12.3, and save it in my downloads folder. Wait for it to download. I will go to the folder, right click on the downloaded file and run it as administrator. Before clicking on the install now option, I will go ahead and select the checkboxes for the use admin privileges and add Python exe to the path. This will allow your OS to give it all the privileges to run the Python on your command line interface as well. So I will go ahead and click on install now and wait for it to be installed. Alright, so the setup was successful. Alright, so now I will go to my command prompt and ensure that the Python is installed. So I will type down Python dash dash version, and you can see over here that the Python is installed successfully. Now I will write Python, and over here you can see I've entered into the Python console, and on writing down any commands I can easily get the output. So 3 plus 2 is equals 5, and on writing exit with two parentheses, you will exit out of the Python. Now next, let's download the Visual Studio Code. So for that I will write down Visual Studio Code, and over here the first link takes me to the download page for the Visual Studio Code for Windows. I will click on download and let's wait for the download to begin. And over here, let's wait for the file to download. Once it is downloaded, we will then go to the folder and execute the Visual Studio Code installer. Alright, so double click on the Visual Studio Code setup installer, and over here, click on accept the agreement, click on next, click on next. I will go with the default selected options and click on next. It shows you the destination location where it will be installed. If you are okay with it, click on next, and let's wait for it to install the Visual Studio Code. Alright, so it has been installed now. Click on finish and let the Visual Studio Code launch for the first time. And here is the interface for the Visual Studio Code that you will see for the first time when it is installed. Now you can select the theme. I would prefer going with the dark theme, but if you want, you can also select the light theme as well. So this is how the light theme would look like. As a developer, I prefer using the dark theme, so I will just go with the dark theme over here. And over here are all the options. So this is the Explorer from where you can open up your files. Then if you want to search anything in your files, you can go for the search option. Then there is a Git option as well, which allows you to commit changes and everything and maintain it. So, and then there is the run option over here, which allows you to run your code, provided the fact if there is the specific extension installed. Right now, I will go to the extensions option, which is the last option, and this allows you to search for different supported extensions by VS Code and install them. So over here, I will search for Python extension and install it over here. This is also one of the necessary steps if you want to run your Python codes on the Visual Studio Code interface. Once this is installed, after that we will be installing the Code Runner extension, which will allow us to directly run our Python codes from the Visual Studio Code environment. Alright, so once it is installed, it will give you an option to create Python file. You can create Python file directly. So right now we won't be going into the details of running the codes in the Visual Studio Code. But for now, let's install the other extension, which is Code Runner. So over here, I will go to the extensions option and search for Code Runner. Hit enter. And this is the first Code Runner extension. We will go ahead and install it. So once it is installed, we should be able to run our Python codes directly from the VS Code environment. So this is it for this tutorial. In our next tutorial, we will look at how you can write your first Python code and run it directly from the VS Code environment as well as from the command line interface as well. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel so that you can get more informative videos like this.